All right, it's time for Ariel's prop stop, and I think before we get into these pitching strikeout numbers, and you've got 4 of them, I have to get your thoughts on what Mitch and Paulie were just talking about. Aaron Judge versus the field for a Major League home run title. My preseason guy was Kyle Schwarber.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take that at even money, Judge versus everybody else?
No, because it goes against my entire futures market thought process of I don't want to sit on a minus 110 until the end of the season. I'd rather just go bet a game for minus 110.
That's good money management. It's something that none of us seem to have. All right, let's get to these pitching props, and we've talked a lot about this Arizona-Philly game. Kyle Gibson on the mound for the Phils. I'm going to push back on you a little bit on this one, but you like him going over 4.5 punchies tonight.
I know that it's tough, but I do like the over 4.5 strikeouts for Kyle Gibson tonight. This is all down to matchup. Arizona has one of the highest K rates, the 4th highest K rate against right-handed pitchers. They're averaging just over 5 strikeouts a game. The Diamondbacks went up against the righty. Righty starters 25 and 12 over under their K props this year. Gibson's gone over this 4 out of the 5 times that he has faced a team with a top 15 K rate against right-handed pitchers. He's not my favorite to rely on. I like it better that he's at home.
I like the guy a lot, like the pitcher a lot, so this is not a knock on
This
Kyle
isn't personal.
Gibson. Not at all, and it's not even a professional critique because I think he's a great starter. However, he's got to get over this 4th inning thing.
Yeah.
He gets to that 4th inning, and second time through the lineup, for whatever reason, it just goes south. He couldn't finish the 4th inning last start for him against the Angels, and he fell short of 4.5. So I'm a little suspect of that number. We'll revisit it on Monday, and you'll probably embarrass me. Next up, the Astros with Luis Garcia. Why does the 5.5 feel a little high? And it's at plus money if you like the over.
I'm trying to find one plus money play a day. Today, my favorite one is the starter for the Astros, Luis Garcia. Again, matchup-wise, it works out for him because he's got the Miami Marlins, who are averaging just over 5 strikeouts a game when up against right-handed pitchers. Righties, they have been profitable to the over, 22 and 17 against Miami. Garcia's gone over this number in 3 out of his 4 games against teams with a top 15 K rate. His last 4 starts have been all against teams, not only bottom 15, bottom 10 in K rate against right-handed pitchers. That's why I'm not using his recent starts. He is done better when he's up against teams that strike out a lot, like the Marlins. Even though 5.5 does seem a bit high, there's a reason it's in plus money. I'm just saying it's my favorite plus money strikeout prop of the day.
Okay, I get that. He is 4th on the list of Astros starters to back in any kind of a K prop for me, behind Christian Javier, who I love going over every 5 days, Verlander, who I gush over on this show all the time. I still like Framber's numbers, even though he has not been the strikeout machine he was last year. And then your guy, who's at 5.5 tonight, you back the over. All right, Rockies and Padres tonight. You like one side of this, and it's not the side that I liked for strikeouts. Why do you like Chad Kuhl going over 3.5?
Chad Kuhl over 3.5. This number just seems a little bit too low at 3.5. The Padres have the 13th highest K rate this year when up against right-handed pitchers. Righties still averaging just over 5 strikeouts to start against the Padres. You're probably going to notice this trend. Whenever I see that there's a team that's averaging just over 5 strikeouts against a certain lefty or righty, I like that number of just over 5 because it's high for starting pitchers. As for Kuhl, he's gone over this in 5 of 7 games where he's faced a team with a top 15 K rate against right-handers. He goes over it more than he doesn't. And you got to take those home games out of Coors Field because those just always tend to go to the under.
Outliers, anyway. I agree. I thought you were going to be on Musgrove, which is interesting what's happened to his K number. So he opened at 6.5. It's been bet down to 5.5, but it's chalky at minus 160. You've got to lay a pretty big number if you like the 5.5. It's been bet down, however. Musgrove's been great, man. He's undefeated. He is, I think he was 3rd from the top in NL Cy Young at this moment on BetMGM, and that's a pretty good one to watch, Kuhl versus Musgrove. All right, let's get to the showstopper, the Diamond K play of the day, for which Ariel is 17 and 12 on the season. And today, it's yet another starter against the Washington Nationals. There's a theme here with these. Tell us about Aaron Ashby and the 5.5.
You've got to go against the Nationals when it's a left-handed pitcher because the lefties against Washington has the lowest K rate against left-handed pitchers this year. That's why I like the under 5.5 strikeouts on Aaron Ashby. He's a left-handed pitcher for Milwaukee. He has gone under this number in 3 of the 4 games where he's faced a team with a bottom 15 K rate against Southpaws. Only 3 left-handed starters out of the 20 that the Nationals have faced has gone over this number of 5.5. The number is way too high on Ashby. It's kind of fishy that it's this high. Go under on Ashby, 5.5 strikeouts.
Under Ashby, 5.5, based almost exclusively on the opponent, as a lot of these Diamond Ks are. Good stuff. All right, we're going to be back after a quick break.